I'm Jimmy Lewis with Dirt Rider Magazine. We're out here testing the 2010 Honda CRF 450R at Racetown 395 in beautiful Adelanto, California. Sort of the rundown on the changes. Honda decided that they wanted to have a little bit plusher suspension, so they changed the valving inside of the fork. This shock gets a new piston. It's allowing the bike to actually hold the front up a little bit better, ride a little bit lower in the rear. Overall, be a more plush suspension package. Changes to the motor are pretty minimal. The cam now has a better decompression system on it that's not interchangeable with last year's bike. And they also did some alterations to the EFI mapping. And what that does is it makes it easier to start, and then it smooths the power out a little bit.
And I think this bike is really good.
How good?
Really good.
Why is it so good?
Because it handles really good.
What about the motor?
The motor is really good.
And that means it has good power?
Good power.
Okay. Watch out, there's professionals behind you.
Uh-oh.
I'm sure everybody's asking the question, how does the bike handle? But I want to tell you first that it starts a lot better. You just push down on this kickstart and the thing fires right up. It's a big improvement from last year. It's probably the most noticeable thing about the 2010. Secondly, they've done something with the fuel injection mapping, and it's made the power smoother, it's made it stronger, all around it's quite a bit better, and it's a lot more reluctant to stalling. So you can go around the turn a gear high, get a little sloppy with the clutch, and not have to worry so much. Last year you really had to cover the clutch. This year it's kind of a no-brainer. Now on to the handling. So the purpose of the new valving is to have the bike ride higher up in the stroke. Now last year a lot of people were complaining about being a little stink buggy. That means a little bit high in the rear, kind of causing a little bit too much weight in the front end, maybe making it a little bit unstable. And so the valving this year for sure is keeping the bike up higher in the stroke, and by doing that, it's also made the suspension a little bit more plush. It's made it more planted. You can hit stuff without having the bike kick around a little bit. So there's definitely improvement there. The hard thing for this bike is going to be competing with some of the other bikes on the plushness scale. We already know that the KTM and the Yamaha are quite plush, and with the Honda you get some bump transmission. We'll know a little bit more when we start riding them back to back, but we're definitely playing around a lot with the clickers, mostly opening up the rebound a little bit just to get the bike to be a little more compliant on the small stuff, and then also at the same time hold the thing down in the stroke. Okay, since this bike is so much like last year's bike, it's definitely refined. For sure last year they worked out all the little bugs, and you're getting a product that's pretty well tuned. The changes they have made for 2010 are probably just a little bit more than you could do if you took a 2009 and tried to modify it. I know, because I spent all last year modifying my 2009, and I got probably 2 out of the 3 things that Honda's done with this one. But still, as a package, if you were sitting around on the fence, wondering whether to get a new bike, this is the brand new bike. It's just been all the bugs have been worked out for you, and you're getting a couple other things. You know that the Honda's durable. It's definitely one of the better built bikes out there. It'll last a long time. You can easily go 2 or 3 seasons on one of these things. Anyways, that's the 2010 Honda CRF 450. I'm Jimmy Lewis from Dirt Rider Magazine. We'll see you at the track.